everything on my mind, though, is the pitching has been great, and we need offense. The problem is, I don't know how I feel about Roman Anthony. Like, to me, I almost would throw him in like the 7 hole and just let him, like, if he contributes and move him back in there. But like right now, I'd rather have Mickey in the 2 hole. I'd rather have
Crazy.
IKF up there. It's a wild situation. You need to keep Jarren Duran leading off. Like, it's not that I'm not excited about putting him back in the lineup. I don't think the team necessarily just becomes like this bolstered offense when you put Roman. He showed nothing to say that he'll be some superstar the day he gets back. That's not to say that I don't have belief in his long-term profile, but like if you put him in the lineup today, and let's say he's 100% healthy, he wakes up today 100% healthy, and he's back in the lineup.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's going to start hitting 280 from June 1st on, and we're just like, well, it wouldn't impact that. You obviously want to get him back because he has real potential to be that. But
yeah, I mean, he has potential to be, and he's just an important part of your team identity. Like, he is your core. He is the guy that you're kind of supposed to be building this thing around. So, like, there's this weird position where, like, even if you don't get the most out of him that you could possibly get, like, is it still the smarter decision to put Roman in the lineup just because that's who your team is supposed to be and it's what you're building around? It's what you've been building towards. So, like, you keep Roman on the bench like that. You're not. I don't know. It's not like he's. It's not last year where, like, you're fighting for a playoff spot. It's September. He's here, but he's 21 years old. Keep him on the bench. Like, it's good to just have him around, get him the experience, and, like, let the veterans carry us there. That's not where we are.
The flip side of that, though, is that if you bring him back too early, I think one of the biggest flags on the season it wasn't even so much that they were losing. It was that Roman might not be the guy we thought he was, and Crochet is somehow regressing. Like, that I think the fact that those 2 issues have been eliminated have eased the fan base a little bit, just because even though it's because they're hurt. Like, you're not like, whoa, Crochet's got a 7 ERA. Like, we're just not talking about that right now. It's just like, let's get him back.
Yeah.
Roman Anthony, I will say, he has a 96 OPS plus. It's not like he's had this horrible season, and we've seen plenty of hitters on this team have a bad month and start to heat up. But last year he had a 143 OPS plus. He was 1.5 times better than the average Major League Baseball player as a rookie. I don't know. My only point there is just to say that, like, oddly, those 2 pieces on paper should make this team so much better, but we haven't really seen that this year. And the pitching is the strength, and the lineup is most clustered in the outfield. So it's just kind of strange.
I think the thing with Roman that, like, got him a lot of heat at the beginning of this year was, like, big moments found him and he didn't come through a lot, and there was no power. And then I think it took us a little bit of time to be like, oh, that's everyone. And maybe we shouldn't be in a position where we're putting this amount of pressure on Roman Anthony. Maybe we lighten it up a little bit and, like, let time take its course a little bit. I think they're a significantly better team with Roman Anthony. I do. So I think inserting him into the lineup tomorrow makes them a better team. Now, does that happen?
Although, if he doesn't have power, like, Yoshida has given very similar results.
That's kind of insane.
It is. I mean, I've always been higher on Yoshida, but let's see. Oh, Yoshida's got a 103 OPS plus. So far, production, like, per, appearance-wise, Yoshida's been the better player. Now, purely offensively, obviously Roman gives you a hell of a lot more defensively, can potentially clear up. He's probably going to play in the outfield instead of clog the DH spot. There's different. Yeah. I'm not saying it's a completely equal equation. The only reason I have, like, tempered excitement is because you're taking out an equal offensive contributor. Neither of them can hit a home run right now, and you're kind of getting similar production either way. So he would have to be – what you would need is you need last year's Roman to come back. Which is a good chance.
Which is possible, because, like, if he's been fighting this thing, like, I'm not totally convinced that it was one swing that did him in. I think he's dealing with some other soreness and some other stuff, because, like, did he totally look like himself at the beginning of this year? I don't think so. I think that he looked off, and then I think that this thing, like, definitely, you know, I don't want to say slowed him down, because it sidelined him for over a month now. But this week, this was right after we recorded the last episode, is when Roman said he talked to Bradford, and he said, I don't know if it's been made clear, but it's a partially torn ring finger ligament, my ring finger CMC to be exact. And I listened to the audio and I read the quote. It's clear either way, no matter how you digest this quote. He's saying, hey, I know Sam Kennedy has been, like, around saying that it's a sprain. It's torn. Just to be clear, I have a torn ligament, because Sam Kennedy went out and was saying it's a sprain, and Chad Tracy, I don't want to throw shade at Chad here, but he was asked a question and I didn't love his answer. On EEI was asked, is this a matter of, like, pain tolerance? And I think EEI, it was Jones and Keefe. I think they were trying to dispel the narrative that this is, like, is Roman tough enough to get back out there? And Chad kind of missed the mark, and he was like, yeah, kind of. You know, it's his hand. It's important, but, you know, I don't know how much more damage he can do. You know, it's a sprained ligament. You need it to swing, but, yeah, I guess to a certain extent it's a matter of pain tolerance, which is, unfortunately, the wrong fucking answer.
Very much so.
So Roman is just on an island saying, hey, just so everybody knows, I have a torn ligament in my hand. I know the team is out here saying I should be out there. It's A, it's torn. B, they told you I would be out for 10 days. I had to go to another doctor who found out that my ligament was torn. So you're leaving your star player, your future, your corner piece, your whatever, the guy you've been banking on for X amount of years. You're just leaving him out to dry. And the medical staff, once again,
it's definitely the timeline expectation that's really making this a problem. Like, I don't know why they're so eager to give the good news on day one. Like, you would think you would learn over the course of a season. Like, yes, when the injury happens, the PR good thing would be, this could be, like, take an optimistic approach. Like, this might not be that long. But then if you've been through a full season, you understand the other side of that and the ramifications of saying they'll be back soon when you really clearly have no idea. That was a problem. They were being optimistic. Didn't work out. Happened with both superstars. I do think the discourse over the spray and tear situation is very funny, because a sprain is just like a small tear. And so, like, they're all tears.
Yeah. But like,
I think what Roman's
saying,
saying
sprain sounds like a downplay.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. But in the severity of basically the severity of the tear is whether you call it a sprain or, like, you would say something, I have a torn ligament. So it makes sense for Roman to be like, hey, I'm actually hurt here. I actually have a tear. This is the injury. This is why I'm not playing every day. Like, you want to say the most serious thing you can say. And of course, Sam Kennedy is just gonna be a dickhead. So, you know,
it just makes no sense why you'd want to be a dick here. Like, I don't know. Like, it's just so stupid. Like,
he's just going to give this, like,
he gets paid to be a glorified cheerleader. So, like, why would you not be like, oh, we're we care about Roman. We're really, making sure that he's good. And, like, we want to take our time with him. And, like, we really want to make sure that he's happy and comfortable, and just say all that shit. And instead he's like, oh man, like, we're waiting for him to get back out there any day, Roman.
It should be like how hard would it be to just be like, yeah, like, he's in a lot of pain, but he's fighting through it for you guys. He really wants to get back on the field. Like, he's doing everything he can. It's a serious thing, but we're hoping, he gets back relatively soon. But, he is fighting through it right now. Like, he's doing everything he can. It's not it's not that this kid's not tough, it's just that, there's, we want to make sure we don't do more damage.
Perfect. I think you could legitimately get Sam Kennedy's job talking like that.
Dude, I would love to do Sam Kennedy's job. I mean, you'd be the most hated person on the planet, but it would be wildly entertaining.